Stay away from these hobosexuals, musician edition. Now, y'all know I talk a lot about men who want to turn you into their nurse, purse, hospice wife. Shout out to Candace Kelly for popularizing that phrase. Older men, the silver fox, they don't really exist. We don't hit the wall. Men do. In fact, they are the wall, okay? But if you are to date younger men, definitely not way younger men, in my honest opinion, but, you know, within a reasonable age gap, please don't do this. Don't do this. This is what you got to look out for younger men, because this happens a lot. Anytime I talk about women not dating older men and giving younger men a chance, this is not what I'm talking about. This, in fact, is probably the biggest reason to not date younger men. Let's get into it. More than one person sent this to me, so I'm going to do it. Dear Abby, retired woman asks if she should invest in a relationship with a man who has no money. No! Like, we don't even need to go any farther. We could end this right now. But y'all know I like to use stories to make my points. Stories that aren't just mine. I got plenty of my own stories. That abusive man that I talk about all the time, the hobosexual, much younger than me. Oh, much. I don't know what. 6 or 7 years. I don't know. I've dated several younger men. But in my personal experience, all men are on the hobosexual spectrum. They're all gold diggers until proven otherwise. Even the least gold digging hobosexual is still going to try to exploit your labor even just a little bit. So you got to watch out and set boundaries and know your worth and cut them off. But let's get into it. Dear Abby, I've been going out with a man who is 9 years younger than I am. That's a pretty decent, well, not for men. And they'll go out with someone literally 50 years younger and they're like, what's the problem? But, 9 years, depending on how old she is, it could be big. If she's younger, that's maybe really, really bad. We'll see. He's a musician, who plays bass guitar in several bands. This probably means he's not any good. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I don't know enough about this, but doesn't sound like any of them are really making money. Anyway, I'm retired. See, this is what's so funny. Older men make you do a lot of labor and be their nurse and their hospice wife because they don't want to do anything. They want to take care of themselves, and they want you to literally just take care of them until they die because they haven't taken care of themselves. And he like crap. But older women, even if they try to do this, we can't do this because men, the default is that women are going to take care of men. Even if you're retiring, even like if she gets sick, she's probably still going to have to take, you know what I mean? It seems like there's like almost no dynamic where women aren't taking care of men unless they physically cannot. Unless they literally can't, they're going to make us. Be careful. I love going out, dancing with him and being social with other friends. I met him at a social club a year and a half ago. Oh my God, it's been a year and a half. Aren't you? It can't be that great. You know what I bet it is? He's probably the first person who ate that or knew what to do with this. You can find that elsewhere, okay? He works during the week at a fast food place. Okay, I don't want to judge fast food workers. I worked fast food, Backyard Burger. I also worked at Piggly Wiggly. Wore the visor with the pig on it, the apron with the pig on it. I have worked so many jobs that are like minimum wage, etc., etc. There's no shame in working that. But my guess is that this dude is like a lot of musicians and men musicians who wants to kind of just do what he wants to do, doesn't really care about his future or any kind of security, because why would he? When he's got a retired woman with tons of financial security, probably, maybe not, but more than him, to fund his little hobby. Like so many careers, men rely on the money and or the labor of other women so that they can succeed. But guess what? If this man ever makes it as like a working musician, this woman is like done. Men do not respect or pay back or appreciate women who sacrifice for them. They don't. They don't. Ask any woman who was married to a man in med school. How'd that work out? Seems like this, as soon as they got that their own practice. Bye-bye, younger woman, new family. Not always, but a lot. Some weekends he goes away on gigs with the band. He's been, oh God, dude, okay. He's been married 4 times. How old is this man? Oh my God, how old are you? How old are both of y'all? Like, I can't do the math here. 4 times. Okay, that is like the biggest red flag of all. I have been married only once. A failed musician. I don't know how old he is, but he's definitely not like in his 20s. I'm guessing he's like 50 something. And he just wants to play. And he's going to let her fund all of it. I don't know. Maybe he's in his 40s. Maybe he's in his 30s. I don't know. How can you be married 4 times? How is that even possible? Unless you're like super old. I did not catch these details when I skimmed through this. Okay. My problem is he never has any money. That's not your only problem. That's one problem. He's always struggling to pay his bill. Okay. I have invested in this relationship with, he can't pay bill. I'm invested in this relationship with concert tickets, hotels, etc. He pays only occasionally. I hate you, Mr. Man. You little hobo. I haven't even received a birthday or a Christmas gift from him. I, of course, gave him both. Lady, why are you writing in? You seem to know this man hates you and is literally a gold digger. Like, this should be in the encyclopedia as first example of a gold digger. I think he's cheap. Yeah, but the bigger problem is he doesn't like you. I feel sorry for him. Oh. Okay, I'm going to repeat this as much as I need to. Never date a man you feel sorry for. Tattoo it on your forearm. I don't know what you need to do. Never date or marry a man you feel sorry for. That is literally the worst scenario. That man will destroy your life. That is exactly how these addicts get these women who are their rock. Don't ever be a man's rock. Don't ever be a man's peace. Don't ever be his ride or die. Don't ever be his angel or any of these terms that are all about you being strong and enduring endless bullshit so that he can just keep living his life and you soak up all of the consequences of his action. Please don't ever. No, I feel sorry for him. No, I'm sorry, but she even said it out loud. Like, I don't think a lot of women will admit this line, but this is behind so many bad relationships. That is literally what kept me in an abusive relationship. But I feel bad for him. What's he gonna do? He doesn't have a driver's license. Why doesn't he have a driver's license? It's probably because he owes child support and is wanted for felonies. That's why. What is he? I was so worried what's going to happen to this man when I leave. What is he going to do without mommy? Guess what? He was cheating me the whole time. He went straight to another woman. These men, unfortunately, will always find a woman to take care of them. Don't feel sorry for them. In fact, you are actively harming these men. You are holding back their growth. You're infantilizing them by dating them and pouring financial and giving them your body, your finances, your time, your energy, all your emotional labor for free so they never have to do that for themselves. This is how we are literally the foot soldiers of patriarchy, is because we're doing this. This is us. We are sick. This is like, we have so much work to do. I know not all women do this, but I think most of us are conditioned under patriarchy to do some level of this. Am I wrong? Especially if you grew up in an alcoholic narcissist family or anything, or just really deep in like patriarchy indoctrination. This is codependency. Go to get help for codependency or read a bunch of books on it or something. This is so bad. I feel sorry for him that he's a grown man and doesn't have his own place. What? Oh my God, this just keeps getting worse. She's literally dating a hobo. Like, this is literally like textbook hobosexual. This is worse than men who live in their van. This is worse than the climber bros. This is literally worse than the van dudes that I made a whole video on that he doesn't have a place. Did he literally just move in the first night? I hate that women who are retired are still doing this. This is why I do my work. I'm not just making this for younger women. I'm literally making it because so many of us are so on the codependency spectrum at any age. Like he's a hobo. I am trying not to upset my dog because he's sleeping and, oh, you're weak. Oh, no. I swear to God, he'll sleep through anything. I have taken breaks from him a couple of times because I know he's not going to change and I need to move on. Why are you writing in? I know. I know sometimes we just need someone to validate what we know we should do, validate our intuition, especially women, because we gaslight ourselves so much because we've been taught to. We've been taught to question our own reality, our anger, our any sense of justice around men doing stuff. We're like, I don't know. That's why I like the Am I the A-hole on Reddit that's written by women is just bonkers. It's like, should I be mad that he has a whole nother family he kept from me and gave me a disease and stole all my money? Am I the a-hole for being mad? You know, like this is like, they have us so brainwashed that we just need someone to be like, yes, you should be mad. I'm telling you this. If you didn't read Abby's response, I'm telling you, you should be super mad. You should be like so much more mad, not just at him, but at yourself. Because you've abandoned yourself. You have degraded yourself. You have literally turned yourself into a shelter for you know what I mean? Don't be a man's housing solution. But I know. Okay, stop, Melanie. I'm being really harsh because I literally did the same thing. So I don't mean to sound judgmental. I just want women to understand this is crazy. When we do this, this is so toxic, and it actually doesn't help him. It only harms him. It shows him that this is okay. It stunts his own personal development and growth. The dude is like, I don't even know how old, but old enough to have 4 wives. And even knowing he had 4 wives, that 4 different women were probably like, you suck, like, bye. Although he probably was like, they're all crazy. Oh, they're all crazy. They're so dramatic. I don't know. Anyway, please don't think I'm judging you if you've done this, because I've done this, right? But sometimes I feel like we need like water, like thrown in our face to be like, well, oh, okay. Because she knows what to do. But then she says, please advise. And then she signs it always hoping for more. Okay, but you could also say that that's what he is. He's always hoping for more. Give me more. Give me your money. Are you going to sign over your Social Security checks to this dude too? Like, I get it. I paid for my ex. Whenever we traveled, I paid for the hotel, the gas, literally everything. He lived at my place rent free. I cashed his checks because he didn't have a driver's license. It literally never occurred to me that it's because he is wanted by the law. I was like, well, I don't understand. So I helped him try to get that. Try to help him get his Social Security card. And of course it never worked. It always didn't work out for some weird reason. It's because he doesn't want it to. They don't want to grow up. Why would they need to when women like us will just make their life so easy for them? So let's see what Abby has to say. Dear Always Hoping, the question you must answer for yourself is, how much entertainment tax are you willing to pay for the pleasure of this wandering minstrel's company? Oh, I love that. Abby, thank you. I don't know if she came up with that. That is a brilliant term. This is what women need to be very careful of this, because here's the thing. I love women. I love the idea and the practice in a healthy way, reality of women who are like, I just take on a lover here and there. I don't want to marry again. I just want to have fun. I actually fully agree with that. And a lot of women are doing that. I know some of these women, they're living their best lives ever. They got a divorce or never married or whatever, and they're just doing what they want, because at a certain age, most women realize that it doesn't pay off to marry men, especially older men, because they're just going to use you as a hospice wife. And a lot of times it doesn't pay off. We don't gain anything from marrying younger men because they're doing this. And so I love the idea of women just having fun. Even having, just like lovers. And I know every time I say this, people are like, I love your content, but I don't respect you trying to push hookup culture. I'm not. Do not do hookup culture if you are like this woman, because she doesn't respect herself. She's getting walked all over. Too much codependency is the worst place to go into, like hooking up and having lovers. You won't be able to do it. Don't try to be poly or any of these things that require so many boundaries and so much self-respect and allows for zero self-abandonment. And if you're codependent, that is really hard to not do. So please do not hook up if you are not in a place where you're very good with respecting boundaries with yourself, saying no, centering your pleasure, and all that stuff, okay? That is, and I'm going to do a live about this with one of my mutuals soon. So I love the idea of having fun. Less stakes involved than dating or marrying these men who could financially ruin you and hijack your life and just exploit endless labor. But the entertainment tax. If you do not have healthy boundaries and a lot of really deep work on yourself, unpacking patriarchy and any codependency in you, the entertainment tax of having fun with one of these younger guys, exciting guy. Oh, he has a motorcycle. Oh, he's in a band. Oh, he's such a free spirit. You will get so screwed. The tax you will pay, the entertainment tax is like 95% tax. There's no return on your investment. It's so not worth it. No man eating this well or doing things with this well is worth all this and losing all your money. This dude will probably steal right from under her. Anyway, entertainment, you're willing to pay for the pleasure of I love this so much. You foot the bills for his and your entertainment because it is part of your unwritten contract. And he expects it. Why would he expect anything different? Why would he push for anything different? This is an amazing setup for him. This is so amazing for him. He has no incentive to change. And so this lady is not going to cut him off from anything. He's just going to keep doing this until she literally kicks him out. This 4 times married man, oh, Abby, you are trolling, has chosen a career he loves, but that notoriously doesn't pay well. Yeah, being an artist of any kind does not pay well. I'm 46 and I will probably never own a home pursuing this life. But you know what I never did? Freeloaded off of a man, moved in with a man, sucked endless resources from a man. This is the difference between what happens with in heterosexual couples under patriarchy. That's my level of expertise. I don't know how this may play out in queer couples or anything. Like, I don't know how it works in the heteronormative world with cishet people. But in my world, and having lived in my truck for 5 years in the climbing community and been so many men I know have done this, they literally find a woman with a stable job, like amazing women too. I remember one of these climber bros, oh my God, he was dating a doctor, a literal doctor. And he asked if he could camp in her backyard when they were dating because he didn't have a home. And she dated him for years. Guess what? He cheated on her. He just goes from one woman to, now he's married to some poor younger girl. Climbing. And I would be willing to bet so much money that she is funding his whole lifestyle. Because what is he doing? He's like a climbing guide. Like, I swear to God, there's so many of these men. So men do this all the time, but women almost never get away with this. Because even if women are mooching off men, they're still giving. They're giving their bodies, their emotional labor. I promise. This almost never happens in the reverso. Anyway, you know who he is. Have you spoken to him about your feelings on this? If you haven't, do it now. And if this arrangement no longer suits you, move on. Okay, I'm going to disagree with Abby on this one a little bit. Like, don't speak to him about it. Like, this dude is not, like, just cut your losses and move on. Or you can try and be like, hey, you got to move out. Like, he is not going to stick around. She's like, bye-bye, you got to go. He's not going to stick around unless he's like hoping that she'll like, I currently know someone doing this to a friend of mine. Moved in together and then just kept up this nonsense. And now he's on her couch looking for a place. Literally what happened to Miranda. Steve was literally on her couch watching cartoons, doing nothing, not looking for a place, and actually started dating while still living on her couch. That man is like the OG hobo. I swear to God, that show, I will never forgive them normalizing women dating down and dating hobosexuals. How did that end up a good story? Okay, I'm going to do another video on that. I could talk about Steve forever. He is like one of the biggest villains in my TV world. Anyway, don't date hobos, especially ones with instruments.